Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. I'm coming to you today from Calabasas, California. We're at the Yamaha Guitar Group headquarters. We're in the Ampeg part of the building, and we're with Dino, the Ampeg guy. Great to see you, man.
Good to see you too, Mitch.
So tell us your official title.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Official title now is Product Marketing Manager and Artist Relations for Ampeg.
Awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Cool.
That's
Right.
It might change next week.
You never know. Right. But we have something really cool to check out today, right?
Yeah.
So this is the 50th anniversary SVT.
Yes.
What's happening here?
Yeah, so obviously 2019 is the 50th anniversary of the SVT. So we wanted to do something special to commemorate this iconic amplifier. You know, it's changed the way bass is heard around the world. So we wanted to do something special. And rather than just, rather than coming out with just another reissue or a vintage reissue, or we wanted to stay true to what the SVT was, but we also wanted to do something that's never been done with the SVT before. Mm-hmm. There's some subtle changes, obviously, the faceplate, the etched blue graphics on the faceplate, which hasn't been done since the original, like 1969, 1970 SVT.
Right.
So we're bringing that back. The lowercase logos, we kind of did a kind of like an Instagram search. What do you guys like? Do you like the new logo, or you like the old style logo?
Right.
And hands down, people are like, dude, the old style logo is where it's at. The original SVT didn't have an Ampeg plaque on the front. So that's why you don't see the Ampeg badge on the front. But the biggest thing that we did is working with a lot of our artists, we had them come in and, we had a original 1969 SVT with 6146s. We had a mid-70s SVT. We had a current SVT CL. We had an array of SVTs for them to kind of do a blind taste test.
Right.
And hands down, they were like, man, the 1969 and the mid-70s, I think it was like a 74 or 75 that we had in here. And they're like, that's, the 69 is the holy grail of SVTs. So what we did, rather than giving you an SVT with a usable channel in channel 1, and nobody really ever used channel 2 in the originals, and if they did, they were jumping channels and doing some funky things. So what we did was, he said, you know what, we're going to make channel 1 the 1969 voice channel, and channel 2 the mid-70s channel. Nice. So now we're giving bass players a reason to use channel 2. Right. So if they want that old dirty 69 sound, or if they want like a more modern, more polite SVT, the mid-70s sound.
Right. So you mentioned a little bit about the different flavors. What was the characteristic of the 69 that was so different than what came later?
69 was just, it just kind of had like this mid-range sort of like, I don't want to say distortion, but it was this grunt and this dirt to it that, I say it all the time. It's like, when you listen to an SVT alone, it's probably, to some people, it's not the prettiest sounding bass amp. But once you kick in drums and a rhythm section and guitars and everything else, that's the only amp that kicks through a mix.
Like it, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the characteristic of the 69.
What about the second channel?
The second channel, the 70s channel, it's a cleaner channel, a little more headroom. It doesn't break up as easily. So if somebody wants like a more modern sound, they can plug into channel 2 and get that sound.
Those changes in those amps due to changes in the circuit? Was it a different set of tubes, or how did they? What was the cause of those changes?
Well, the original 69, and this is where it becomes difficult, because the original 69 had 6146 power tubes. impossible tubes to source these days, and even if you can, they're prohibitively expensive. So trying to replicate that sound with basically what we have today for technology, 12AU7s, 12AX7s, and the heart and soul has always been the 6550 power section of the
Right.
SVT. So just kind of changing some characteristics of the internal components of the amp to duplicate those sounds is what the guys here did. And
Right.
it's amazing.
So by the time they got to the mid 70s, then was it 6550s at that point in the
Yeah.
power section?
Yep.
Okay.
So that was the easy part.
Right.
That was the easy part.
This channel's much easier than this channel.
Exactly.
Right. Do you envision people jumping the two channels together and getting a blend of them?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, Dom and I were just demoing that yesterday.
Yeah.
We were demoing channel 1, and then we were demoing channel 2. And a lot of people don't know that you can jump the two channels. And when you do that, you control the volume of each channel, obviously with its individual volume control.
Right.
And it was just ungodly sounding.
bet.
You got the crunch and the dirt of channel 1, and then the headroom and the boom out of channel 2. It was just amazing. Plug your bass into channel 1, normal, and then you would jump out of channel 1 bright into channel 2 normal, because all 4 of these are wired in parallel. So whatever goes in one comes out the other 3.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. So then that gives you access to the two channels, and you can kind of blend to taste.
Exactly.
At that point.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
So any other differences between this and a standard, for lack of a better way to say it, SVT that you would have now?
No, we did some cosmetic changes. Like I said, everything on the front. On the back, there's a 50th anniversary commemorative badge that goes on every unit. That'll be on the back of the back grill of the amplifier. We kind of changed some of the cosmetics. The handle screws were chrome or polished nickel. We switched those to black, not so it doesn't distract from what you're actually seeing on the front there.
Right.
But everything else, we embraced a lot of the current technology. So you still have user biasing. You've still got an XLR balance line out. You still have a lot of those newer features. Neutrik speak on out as well.
Nice.
So yeah.
So you're not giving up all the modern features
Nah.
to have the vintage tone. It's really a combination, the best of both worlds.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Really awesome. Dino, thanks so much for giving us a tour of this amplifier. It's so exciting. I mean, there just is nothing like an SVT when it's cranked up and breathing fire.
Yeah. Thank you for coming out too, and coming out and visiting us.
It's our
and
pleasure.
seeing what we're up to.
Our pleasure. We
Very
love the
cool.
sneak preview. This is going to be awesome.
It will be.
Thanks
you
very much. Great to see you.
Same here.
And thank you for joining me in Calabasas, California. We're coming to you from the Yamaha Guitar Group headquarters. We're with Ampeg, and I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater.